clicking into this video. I'm Karen. Today's video is all about how to make your eyes stand out when you're wearing a face mask. Now, I usually only wear a bold red lipstick and leave my eyes kind of bare because I'm lazy that way. But recently I found myself not doing that because when you get rid of the lips, your makeup's left a little bit boring. So what I've been doing is playing around and seeing if there's ways that I can make my eyes stand out instead, or as well as. So I thought a lot of people might be in the same boat, and I would share those tips with you in this video. So I've got 10 tips to share with you. You could do them on their own, you could do them all together, it's completely up to you. So tip number 1 is curl your lashes. This is really simple, but it makes such a huge difference, and loads of people don't do it. Even if you don't wear mascara, I would still say curl your lashes. It really opens up your eyes and makes your lashes look longer as well. But if you pair it with mascara, that's when magic happens. It makes your lashes look longer, it opens up your eyes, and it just curls your lashes so they look all lovely and fluttery. So tip number 2 follows on really nicely, and it's wear mascara. Mascara is the one product I think a lot of people wouldn't leave the house without wearing, and I completely agree. It makes you look pulled together and gives your eyes intensity like no other product can. I would say do your research though and find one that's amazing. Find one that does it all. So thickens, curls, volumizes in one, so you don't have to use way too many products. I have found that my favourite is the Shiseido Control Chaos Mascara Ink. It's got an amazing thick brush that helps you to get really close to the lashes but build up that volume and layer it up as well. And watch that you don't go clumpy, watch that you find a formula that actually doesn't do that, but I always layer this up. I probably do about 2 or 3 coats of this because my lashes aren't very long at the moment, and I just find that this makes such a huge difference. So if your natural lashes just don't cut it for you and you want something a little bit extra, then I would recommend going for false lashes or eyelash extensions. False lashes is something that I always used to wear on nights out. I love that I said used to wear because we obviously don't go out anymore. I love them. I think they elevate and make it look really well. And if you've got not much else going on, then they're a really good statement. My top tips for false lashes are trim them to size. They're not a one size fits all. And if lashes are too big, then you could just tell they're fake. And I actually personally pop them, glue them underneath my lashes, not on top, so you don't see the strip. Eyelash extensions are also an option. I recently had them like a couple of months ago and love them. They make life so much easier. I would just say 100% find someone who's good. If you go to someone who's bad or isn't experienced, you could lose lashes, which just nobody wants. So if you live in the South Wales area, I will recommend who I go to because she is amazing. Another great way to accentuate your eyes is with eyeliner. Like I'm wearing now with a cat flick liner. I think this looks really chic and sophisticated, but quite minimalist as well. Like you can pair it with a bold lip like I'm doing, and it doesn't look too over the top. I know so many people struggle with cat flick liner, but it really is practice makes perfect. You just have to practice and it will just come to you. I used to be atrocious at it. Some of my tips are just follow your natural lash and trace that natural lash with the top line. And then to get the flick, follow your lower lash line upwards, and then you can just join both together. Another good thing to have, or a really important thing to have, is a good formula. The last thing you want is something that isn't jet black and pigmented, because it's just going to look awful and you'd have to keep tracing it. Anyway, the one that I recommend is this one. This is the Lancome Grandiose liner, and as you can see, it's got this like tilted applicator and a really fine point, which just make it so much easier. The easier you can make it for yourself, the easier and better it's going to look. Of course, you don't have to stick to black eyeliner. Another tip is to experiment with colour. If you're used to wearing colour on your lips, now is the perfect time to wear colour on your eyes as well. There are colours you can choose as well to make your eye colour really pop. Because I've got brown eyes, I usually go for blue or for a navy. I know that blue pairs really well with a gold eyeliner to really make it pop. And then hazel looks great with purple. Green works really well with like an emerald. And then if you've got grey eyes, it looks great with burgundy. So the next tip is one that's been around for ages and loads of people do it, and it's quite simply use a white or a nude liner in your waterline. This has got loads of benefits, so it will open up your eyes because it will make your eyes look bigger. It will also make the whites of your eyes look brighter, so it will give your overall look a really healthy and bright appearance. Next up, it's eyeshadow. Now, if you're anything like me and have got a lot of eyeshadow palettes that don't get enough love, now is the time to bring them out. Now, it seems a bit obvious me telling you that eyeshadow is going to make your eyes pop, but of course they will. Whether you do a cut crease, a smoky eye, or just a wash of colour all over the lid, it's going to make a huge amount of difference. Just like coloured liner, we can choose eyeshadow colours to make our eyes pop as well. If you've got brown eyes like me, we are quite lucky because we can use pretty much any colour and it will make our eyes pop. I personally like to use reds and steer away from browns just so there's a little bit of a contrast. And you should avoid gold as well because it can sometimes dull a brown eye colour. If you've got blue eyes, then something like an orange, because it's the opposite side of the colour wheel, will work really well. And green eyes, because red is opposite, works really well to make them pop. So if you're wearing a mask, you've only really got this area of your face to play with, and as well, everyone's eyes are naturally drawn to this area. So of course they're going to be looking at your eyes, they'll also be looking at your eyebrows. What I would say is, now might be the time to make sure that your eyebrows are maintained, they're looking tidy. You might want to fill them in a little bit, just so there's a little bit more drama in this area. I don't like an OTT brow. I used to, don't get me wrong, have a really defined eyebrow. Now I like to just make sure they're plucked, neat and tidy, and a little bit filled in. I use the Benefit Brow Microfilling Pen. It's this really cool 3-pronged pen. It just allows you to really neatly draw in hairs where you need to, and I also use a brow gel just to keep everything in place so it looks really neat and tidy. Another way you can add drama to your eyes is to tightline. The way you do this is you use a black liner or black eyeshadow and you pack the pigment really close to your lash line. You can see it in the cutaway the way I'm doing it. It's kind of the opposite to applying liner, and it just really helps to thicken up your lash line. It's really good if you've got smaller eyes because it makes your eyes look bigger, but it also adds drama as well to your eyes. And last but not least, use highlighter. One of my favourite ways to use highlighter on my eyes is on the inner corner. I think it really opens up your eyes, but it also draws everyone's eyes into that area. You can also put it onto your brow bone and on the centre of your eyes as well to make your eyes appear bigger. And there you have it. Those are all of my tips for accentuating your eyes when you're wearing a face mask. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do subscribe and leave a comment down below. Let me know which tip was your favourite. I upload a new video every single Thursday, so hopefully I will see some of you back then.